My name is Saleh Rajab. I am your surgeon at today's meeting. I am very excited to welcome you all. Very good. 35. As usual, we start our meeting with a promise, Toastmaster promise. As a Toastmasters, we promise to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in great self-confidence and personal growth. Toastmaster core values are 4: respect, integrity, service, and excellence. Please avoid to speak about three topics, that is sex, religion, and politics. When you are a member in Toastmasters, you come here to learn how to overcome your fear. Fear to stand and speak in public. Fear to stand on the stage. To learn communication skills. And when you are a member in the Excom, you learn how to be a member of a team. And how to work through a team. When you are working, teamwork is usually working together to a particular goal. Success is beautiful, but it is more beautiful when it is shared together. Team belongs to team. T for together. Together. We all achieve more. Good. And now, let's welcome our acting president, the fabulous president, Toastmaster Nisha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Salim, for the introduction. With the power vested in me, I now declare this meeting as open. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. How are you today? I'm really sorry that this meeting is beginning a little late, but lessons learned. I want to appreciate each one of you for your wonderful presence today, and it's a real pleasure to have you here. Welcome to one of the most valuable platforms where public speaking, communication, leadership skills are taught. And I want to ask you something today to start the meeting. It's an impromptu thing. Have you ever been in a situation where a major responsibility has fallen into your shoulders? Yeah, Toastmaster Menon.
Well, good evening, everyone. So what fell was that I have to speak today, and my mentor called and said, "Please fill up the speaking role."
Anyone else? Come on. What about you, best, Shalini?
I've had recently my dad got a heart attack, and obviously it's like the eldest sibling in the house is always like the family manager. So I played that role, and it was a major responsibility to take charge of the situation and not get carried away. So that was that.
Thank you so much. Anyone else? VP sir? Have you ever been in a situation when a major responsibility has fallen on you?
Yeah, when I was asking married. It was a big responsibility, but it was a nice experience.
Anyone else? Yes. Toastmaster.
My first job working outside of the UK was in the Solomon Islands in the South West Pacific, and I discovered when I arrived there I was supposed to run the school shop, which was the only source of rice or tinned meat for everybody in the place. And that was major, especially when the cyclone came and blew the roof off it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bob. Yes, Toastmaster Natalie.
Well, I believe maybe motherhood is a very hard responsibility. It's a lifetime responsibility and it will never stop.
Well said, Toastmaster Natalie. Anyone else? Toastmaster Natalie.
Hi. Just now, sometime back when I was setting up the microphone and speaker, I thought it was a big responsibility. Somehow it's working, so I'm happy.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rasha. So, anyone else? So the moral of the story is keep your chin up, take the responsibility, shoulder it, and shouldering the responsibility is where the power lies. Alright, so welcome once again. I would like to start with Toastmasters presentation. So, as you all know, Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization, and it has started on October 22, 1924. It's been 98 years, and it has its headquarters in Colorado, USA. And we have 150 plus clubs in UAE with 3,000 plus members. The principal place of business of Toastmasters International is world headquarters located in Colorado, USA, as I already told you. And the Toastmasters International employs more than 150 professionals at world headquarters. And the CEO is Daniel Rex, and the international president is Matt Kinsey, distinguished Toastmaster Matt Kinsey. So, benefits of joining Toastmasters. I believe most of you know the benefits of joining Toastmasters, but I would like each one of you to tell me what is the benefit. If I may ask guest Shalini again.
First and foremost, to overcome your stage fright and build confidence, leadership skills, persuasive speaking, and the benefits are endless actually.
Like you said, Toastmaster Rati.
Read from the screen. It's all up there. It's facing. Basically, it's the biggest benefit we will ever have in Toastmasters is to be confident, speak freely, and express your feeling, your thoughts without having any limitation or any consideration.
Toastmaster Santosh, why did you join Toastmasters?
The reason why I joined was to build my leadership skills and work on to develop leaders in our organization.
To have fun with like-minded people.
I plan to say what all they mentioned. I think it's left now.
Anyone else?
Try things out and learn. No, I am. Don't forget that this gives you a platform to try various types of samosas.
Section. It works only with some people. So the the benefits of joining Toastmasters is immense. Like most of you know, it's to improve your public speaking skills, gaining confidence, gaining your leadership skills, unlimited personal growth, receive constructive feedback through speeches, evaluations, roles, gain competitive advantage at your workplace. So this is about Toastmasters Pathway, as most of you would know about the Toastmasters Pathway program. It is a structured program, and each pathway has 5 levels. And the pathways are like dynamic leadership, effective coaching, engaging humor, innovative planning, leadership development, motivational strategies, persuasive influence, presentation mastery, strategic relationship, team collaboration, visionary communication. So these are different pathways, and I believe I hope that all of you have enrolled into pathways. And if you've not done so, especially for the new members, do so today. So these are the different 11 paths, as I told you, and each path has different levels and different project speeches and different levels that you need to complete. So this is about Dubai Toastmasters. We are under Region 11, District 105, Division B, Area 20. But the new area is going to be Area 6 under Division B. And this is the International Past President, Distinguished Toastmaster Matt Kinsey. We have Region 11 Director, Shahbaz Ali, Distinguished Toastmaster Shahbaz Ali Shah. District Director 105, Distinguished Toastmaster Rania Alra. Division B Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Pragnya. Then we have our Area Director, who's Toastmaster Feroz Abdullah, and we have a President, who's Toastmaster Bibi Albasos. Toastmasters has started in, Dubai Toastmasters has started 27 years back, and it chartered on 1st of April 1996. It is the second club in UAE. It is the mother club of Dubai and the Northern Emirates. And we have wealth of experience of 27 years. We also have Toastmasters who've been here for since its inception. And we have a great mix of new members plus stalwarts, so veterans. And we always have meetings which are fun meetings. It's not just a formal atmosphere, it's more like a family atmosphere mixed with a lot of fun. Our learning mantra is we learn in the moments of fun and enjoyment. You can see this is quite evident with so many pictures that we've captured, the moments that we've captured through pictures that is evidence of the fun that we've had in Dubai Toastmasters. We have, I believe, some guests here. So, may I ask our guest Shalini to introduce herself? Please come on stage.
Good evening. I'm Shalini Rathod. Actually, I'm a part of Mumbai Toastmasters. So, Toastmasters isn't very new to me, and it's very ironical that I was born and brought up in Dubai. I was raised in Dubai, but now I'm based in Bombay. That's it. So now I'm in Mumbai and I come here quite at least 2-3 times a year. And since I'm now very active in Mumbai Toastmasters, it's actually one of the biggest clubs of India. I thought I fell in love with Toastmasters actually. And I leave no chance to visit a Toastmasters club wherever I am. So last week I had come, unfortunately the meeting got cancelled. I was looking forward, I'm here for another 2 days only. I was just hoping that the meeting should happen again. And fortunately, my luck, it is happening today. And I'm part of this meeting as a guest. So I'm actually very happy. I'm looking forward to be a part of this. And maybe I would want to join this club because I'm here in Dubai quite often. So let's hope. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shalini. May I invite you? Yes, please. What's your name? Oh, Gautam, yeah. He's lost so much weight that... Anyways, welcome. We want to hear from you.
Hello, my name is Gautam. I've actually been a member of this exact club until I had to leave for master's studies in Australia about a year ago. So I'm here on vacation. I came about a week ago and I'll be leaving in another 2 days. But I thought I'd visit at least one of these meetings before leaving again. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
friend. Your name is? Ashwin. Ashwin, you were also there in the club.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashwin. I was also a member of this club, but I had to go to India last year for doing a course. So I've also come back for vacation right now, but I'm there for a bit longer, around another few months or something. So I'm planning on joining back in the club and being there for a couple more meetings.
Thank you. I think that's all. I think everyone else is not present today. People are in a holiday mode. But before I start the meeting, I would like to acknowledge and welcome distinguished Toastmaster, past President and distinguished Toastmaster, VP Menon. Thank you. So now we shall begin. Yeah. So the theme today is, before we start the meeting, we're going to have the Excom installation by distinguished Toastmaster VP Menon, and I believe we have all the Excom members for the new term. And post the Excom installation, we will start the meeting. Right? So, yeah, welcome, ladies. VP sir, what should I tell you about VP sir? He's been a gem, he's been a pillar of the Dubai Toastmasters Club, and it's an absolute honor to have him as our installation chair and installation person. So welcome VP sir, it's a great honor.
Okay, welcome. New place, right? How are you liking this place?
Wonderful.
Great. It's a bit dark. I think we need some more lights. Some of these lights probably are not working. If they fix that, then it's a nice place. And even here, I think some lights may not be working. But otherwise, it's a nice place. Yeah? I like the feel of the place actually. Yeah? And we're getting it for free for a few meetings. So let's make good use of that. We need that free. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do a small official ceremony wherein we will install the officers in the office. They've already been elected by the club members. That was done earlier. Unfortunately, in the last meeting, we had scheduled the installation, but it couldn't be done. So we're going to do that today, as soon as I get the names from. In the meantime, I would like to request the current club officers, whoever is here, to please stand. Current Excom. That includes Nisha also, although she's busy writing those names. But thank you very much for all that you've done for the club in this 1 year, 22-23. Thank you for supporting the members. Thank you for supporting the club. Thank you for sparing your valuable time by volunteering to take these leadership roles so that you can take care of the club and its members. Including Nisha, she's been the VP Education. TV is on her way, reaching the today. But yeah, on behalf of, I think what's happening is the moment we touch that button, it switches off. On behalf of Dubai Toastmasters and all its members, once again, thank you very much. Let's give them a big round of applause. That's our outgoing team. Now I will get the names of the incoming team from Nisha. Was it difficult getting to this place? I didn't have any traffic issues. Sorry? Finding the page can be a... Okay, now I have the link. Thank you very much. What I would like to do is I would like to request the incoming Excom, to come on stage in the order that I will call out. So starting with Sergeant at Arms, who closest to me, and ending with the President on the other side. Yeah? So we start with Sergeant at Arms. Start with the Sergeant at Arms. Okay. Rashid, sorry. Then let's have the Secretary, Amina. Let's have the Treasurer, Pushkar. Let's have the VP PR, Suketu. Let's have VP Membership, Nasreen. So I usually use my specs when I read something. I'm challenging myself to read without the specs. And that is why you see me taking some time to read the names. And the handwriting is pretty good. So, very nice. So we have Nasreen there. Now we have the VP Education, which is Javed. And we have the incoming President, Nisha. So the process is I will very briefly tell you, I'm sure all of you have read the descriptions when you stood for election. What does your role entail, right? Those details were sent across to you. And I know that today after this election you go home and the first thing you will do is you read the club leadership handbook. There is a club leadership handbook. Are you aware? Okay. So it's good to read that book at least a couple of times because Toastmasters International has taken a lot of effort to put everything so nicely into that handbook. Yeah? So read it not just for your role, but also for the other officers' roles because it's good for you to know the responsibilities of the other people also. Yeah? So that because you're working as a team, it's important to know what each other's roles are. So I'm sure you do that. You also have club officer trainings happening, which I think one you've already attended, will be more happening. Yeah? So don't worry about that. So I will just briefly outline your role very quickly and summarize it. And then I will ask you, Toastmaster Rashid, are you willing to accept these goals and execute your duties to the best of your ability? If you want to say yes, you say yes. But if you feel like saying no, you can say no. Yeah? Now you don't have a choice to say no though. Because you have been elected. Yeah? But that's how the process will be. And I will end with it. Do we have a gavel? It's in the back? Oh, it's with you. Okay. No worries. Sure, it's not in the back. Somebody wants to check this back. Saleh? Yeah, this one. Yeah, that's it. No, that's fine. Let's go ahead with that. Yeah. Okay. So Toastmaster Rashid, you're aware that, as Sergeant at Arms, it's one of the most interesting roles in the executive committee because it's a role which has a lot of action attached to it. So you are here before everybody else and you leave this venue or whatever venue last. There's a lot of responsibilities that you do as part of your role before the meeting, during the meeting, after the meeting. Yeah? You take care that everything is fine, we get some good food to eat, you book some nice venue for us. You take care of things during the meeting. Whether somebody needs something, give you a mic, PowerPoint, all the setup, and so that's your role, a very, very important role. Without the Sergeant at Arms, it's very difficult for any Toastmaster club to function smoothly. Yeah? So, Toastmaster Rashid, being elected the Sergeant at Arms for the term 2023-2024, are you ready to execute these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much. also be taking down the minutes of the meeting, not just the club meeting, but also the special executive committee meetings and the other meetings that you will be part of. And as club secretary, you will also be, keeping the membership forms and all the documents related to the club securely with you. Yeah? That's a gist of it. Of course, remember, you may have your own responsibility, but at the same time, you will be supporting each other in each other's responsibility across functions. So, Toastmaster Amina being elected as the secretary of the White Toastmasters Club for the year 2024, are you willing to execute these duties to the best of your ability? Thank you very much. We come to another important person, the money man. The treasurer, he is already smiling. Since the time he heard that we are getting some free venue for a few meetings, he's been very happy. Before that, I didn't see him smiling. Good. So treasurer, basically, the main goal is to prepare the club budget, make sure that your income matches your expense, ensure that if at all the income is short of the expense, then you make the necessary adjustment, either to how to improve the income or to reduce the expenses. So also in charge of collecting the dues from the members, making sure that you pay the dues to those buses international at the right time, we approve the payments that we do every year, so all those things. And I'm sure you will do it well because you already have. Thank you. So Toastmaster Pushkar being elected club treasurer for the year 2024 for the White Toastmasters Club. Are you willing to execute these duties to the best of your ability? Thank you. Wonderful. Now we go to the Vice President of Public Relations. A very important role in terms of making sure the activities of the club are publicized, the community knows about it, so that more and more people can gain the benefits of this program. You also work very closely with the Vice President membership, together attracting people to come as guests and then making sure that they enjoy the meeting, what we decide to be a member of the club, taking care of the social media, website, all those things related to. There's a lot of technology that you guys are using that we are nowadays. Already didn't have all that. Today there's so many avenues to publicize. And it's not just about publicizing what happens in the meeting, it's also some achievements of the members outside the community, what they do in their personal life, their official life, those things. So Toastmaster Suketu being elected as Vice President of Public Relations for the White Toastmasters Club for the year 2024. Are you willing to execute these duties to the best of your ability? Yes, I do. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, first person is being elected as the Vice President membership. It's about getting new members, retaining existing members, making sure the guests are comfortable, you are in touch with them, work closely with PCPR so that you have more people coming in this place so that we are able to spread this program to more people in the community, making sure that the members are comfortable, making sure they are getting what they wanted from the club, whatever was the agenda for any program at the White Toastmasters Club, making sure the members are enjoying the journey of the White Toastmasters Club, membership building programs, etc. All these things, whatever you do, also plays a role in your DCP, distribution program. And together you will make sure that the club achieves the 10 on 10, which is the White Toastmasters Club as well as being elected the Vice President membership, as Vice President membership, Toastmasters for the year 2023-24. Are you willing to execute your duties to the best of your ability? Thank you very much. We now move to another important person, Joyville, as Vice President Education. You are basically the life of the club because the education program is within your role. Yeah? Where you make sure that every member gets opportunity to do every role, that every member gets opportunity to learn and grow, that every member gets opportunity to progress in pathways program. Yeah? And making sure that they have their mentors in place, that they're getting regular mentoring, coaching, whatever support they need. Yeah. Also working together with your team and with the Toastmaster of the day for each meeting to ensure that we have interesting meetings, exciting meetings, interesting meetings, which pulls the members to come and attend. So, being elected as Vice President of Education by Toastmasters Club for the year 2024, Toastmaster Joyville, are you willing to execute these duties to the best of your ability? I do. Thank you. Now, for Toastmaster Nisha, I need to read out because
There's a special.
this is special. I put my specs on. Let me quickly cut my specs. Okay, so Toastmaster Nisha, you are basically the CEO of the club. And here's your heads of departments, I would say. Yeah. As the CEO of your club, you're responsible for everything. Function of the club, and not just within the club but also outside. Because you would also be attending the area meeting, division meeting, along with your education and VP membership, part of the area council. You will also be attending you'll be chairing all the club meetings, executive meetings, and any special meetings. Of course, in your absence, VP education will be chairing the meetings as the acting president. Also in the club meetings, if you're not there, of course, you will stand in as the acting president. So congratulations on being elected as the club president for the next year. All those things I said without looking at the paper, but this is something I want to look because it's a very special message and I want to give it to you as it was framed by Toastmaster Nisha, having been elected the club president of Dubai Toastmasters Club, like I said, you are its chief executive officer and are expected to preside at all club meetings and at all regular and special meetings of the executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It is also your challenge to see that your club helps the area, division, district and Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Please accept the gavel. It's currently missing. I think the TV has it. Do you have the gavel? Okay. So, it's okay. So, you will be holding the gavel from the next meeting. And the importance of the gavel is, it is the power. It signifies the power and authority given to you by the members of this club. Yeah? By electing you as president. Use it wisely and with restraint. You are a member of your team, as well as its leader, being president. And a team is more than just a collection of people. It is also an emotional force, rooted in the feelings, thoughts and actions of all members with the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. So work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone is proud. Will you, as the club president of Dubai Toastmasters Club for the period 2023-2024, accept this opportunity and perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. So it is now my pleasure to install these officers to the positions to which they were elected by the members of the Dubai Toastmasters Club. Give them a big round of applause. I would also request the photographer to take a picture of them alone. Look here, of course you can go to a studio and have some professional photos also taken, but our current photographer is also as good as a professional photographer.
Just a second. Sometimes this just does so much.
To get you better pictures.
Right there.
Okay, very nice. I would also now like to request our current president, who will be part of the Excom as the incoming, IPP, immediate past president. Please, can you join us here? Thank you very much. And now we can have a picture with all of us. You want to come forward? Okay. Yep. Very nice. Thank you very much. Stay there. I will also. Okay, I have somebody to help me here. So she will hand over the pins to each one of you. Your club officer pins. No. Give me that. Thank you very much. Congratulations. All the best. Thank you very much, Rashmi. Give her a big round of applause. I will now like to request, the incoming president to hand over the immediate past president pin to our current president. Very nice. Thank you very much. Now, all of you will go back to your seats except the incoming president. Thank you very much. Yeah. You have 1 year, don't worry. Before you start, let me also, I missed one thing. This is why looking at the paper. Okay, I would like to request all the Dubai Toastmasters Club members to please stand. And all the elected club officers to please come here again. Very sorry, there's something we missed. All the incoming club officers, 7 officers to be here again. Yeah, that's fine. Any order. As long as you are here facing it. Okay, so the growth and development of the Toastmasters program in Dubai Toastmasters Club depends largely upon the actions of this group also, not just this group, because they need your full support. Yeah. On your honor as members of Toastmasters International, do you pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club, live with it, and work with it throughout the coming year? Yes. Thank you very much. You may please be seated. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. That was their oath in the next one. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Most of the official stuff is done. Once again, from my side, congratulations and all the best to the new executive committee members. Remember, we are all there to help you. Yeah. So the past executive committee members are there to support you. All the club members are there to support you. Your area, division, district, Toastmasters International is there to support you. You're not alone. Yeah. So with that, I would now like to request the incoming president to say a few words to the members of the club. Give her a big round of applause.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster VP Menon, sir. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And a single step that I took to the Dubai Toastmasters Club not so long ago marked the beginning of a great adventure. Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. It is a great honor to be standing beside you as the President-elect for the year 2023-24. I still vividly remember the evening that I stepped into the Dubai Toastmasters Club at Al Futem Center as a guest and was warmly welcomed by Toastmaster Bosco, who was the Greek master of the day. And as I witnessed some impeccable speeches and flawless execution of roles, it left me awe-inspired. And it also left me with a mixed feeling of inferiority laced with some determination. Inferiority because I was low on confidence, and determination because I knew that I had the potential only if I pushed myself a little more. But it wasn't until 2020 that I joined the Dubai Toastmasters Club as a guest. As a member. And there were two important factors because of which I joined DTC, other than my growth and development. That is, Toastmaster Bosco was the president of the club, which was a huge comforting factor for me, and it was an online platform which suited COVID atmosphere. My poem on Dubai Toastmasters, which I'd written as a guest, got published in the first edition of Dubai Toastmasters Club, and that kind of gave me a life. It took me 3 months to deliver my first speech or icebreaker. But when I delivered it with the required aplomb and got the best speaker award, that was the time that my confidence level was on a perfect high. It increased tenfold. And then it was never looking back. My mentor, my support, my guide, Toastmaster Bosco, not only made sure that I took up speaking roles, but I also executed them by thinking out of the box. So every role that I took, he said, Nisha, just think of a creative way to do that role. Don't just take up a role for the heck of it. And I kept going. So then after every speech, every role that I took was an integral part of me. I kept going. I still remember the 25th anniversary celebration. For those of you who would have witnessed that, it was a grand success, in spite of it being in a COVID atmosphere. So as a part of that 25th anniversary celebration, I had the great honor of interviewing the eminent Toastmasters of DTC. And these interviews were going to get published in the social media platforms. So I was pretty kicked about it. In the process of taking these interviews, I realized that these eminent Toastmasters, like Distinguished Toastmaster VP Menon, Distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Anantaraman, Distinguished Toastmaster Sita, Distinguished Toastmaster Rupa, Distinguished Toastmaster Balam Vijay Kumar, Toastmaster Sandeep Adnani, Toastmaster Radul Kadri, I hope I've not missed out any of the names. But yeah, these are some of the names and these are some of the people that I interviewed. And I realized that these members are not just members. They are the pillars because of which Dubai Toastmasters stands tall and stronger today. They have built this club brick by brick. Their collective experience, enriching experience, and some of them have been in the club for 20 long years, can you believe it? So their collective experience is the envy of other clubs. We absolutely set a benchmark for other clubs to follow. So that kind of, and I also realized that, if Toastmasters is a drug, then Dubai Toastmasters is certainly an addiction because these members have been in the club for such a long time. And that ignited a flame in me. That I would also like to serve the club in the best of my capacity. After a few months, I got the opportunity to join the education team by Vice President Education, Toastmaster Manish Ratnadaran. So I took up that role, and I hope I've done some justice to that role. And then I progressed on the next year to become the Vice President Public Relations, a role in which I came across a lot of talented members of DTC. And I got to engage with them, and it also gave wings to my creativity. And this year, my dear Toastmasters, I had the mammoth responsibility and an absolute privilege to be the Vice President Education for the Dubai Toastmasters Club. A role in which I engaged with each one of you. Your stories became mine. Your tenacity to succeed became mine. Your perseverance became mine. Your passion to excel in each and every role became mine. And your successes and win became mine. The sense of achievement and the sense of fulfillment that I've got today is immense. And thank you so much for that experience, each one of you. I firmly believe that it is my time to give back to the club on whatever I have gained today. I am here because of the Dubai Toastmasters Club. And as my mentor, my guide, my support, my pearl in the oyster of Toastmasters journey, Toastmaster Bosco, has taught me the journey of excellence. And also the eminent Toastmasters of DTC have taught me the same. I plan to continue that legacy. Today, I have before me a new family. I have the fabulous 7-team Dream Squad with me as Toastmaster Joyveer Dutt, who is the Vice President Education, Toastmaster Nisreen Ali, Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Suketu Dani as the Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Pushkar Thakkar as our Treasurer, Toastmaster Amina Salma as our Secretary, and standing tall, although not right now, is Toastmaster Rashid said as the Sergeant at Arms. So we have a fabulous 7 Dream Squad before you today, and we have one vision. Our vision is to empower each and every member in the pursuit of excellence and maintain the exemplary levels of the club by continually finding ways to serve the club only in the best possible manner. And each of you members have been instrumental in DTC's success. So today, I would like to invite you all in this journey of 1,000 miles, in this new adventure, to support us in achieving your learning goals and make DTC shine brighter than ever. Thank you so much.
I now hand over control to the MC of the day.
Welcome, my co-host, Toastmaster Devi. She's also the president. Good evening, dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today the theme is Flashback, and we, the Excom of the current year, will be presenting to you the flashback of the entire year. Retrospect, they say, is a sweetener of life. And as we take you back through the incredible year that we had, we'll take you through each and every meeting that was held over here. Each meeting, each speech, each evaluation, which was all your success. So beginning with our first meeting was meeting 710, which was on 11th July 2022. Our Toastmaster for that day was the late Master Reminisce. And the theme was Hakuna Matata. Do you know what Hakuna Matata stands for? No worries. It's a philosophy of life with no worries. So he inspired us and he told us that not to be worried about anything and be happy in life. Whatever happens will happen, but we have to continue and we have to go on. So this is what he taught us, and may his soul rest in peace. Next meeting was the tall tale contest. This meeting was in September 12th, and here we had a newbie, Kesava, who was a contester, and the past district director, Nelson Menezes, who was the chief judge for that day. We had the highest number of contestants. We had 18 contestants that day, and Toastmaster Misha was the winner. So you know he is the best liar because he won the tall tale contest. Moving on, the next meeting was on 26th September. The theme was Out of Time by Toastmaster Noora. Now the two main warriors in life are time and patience. And Noora took us through time and the importance of time. While we might not be able to zoom like her on her bike, but what she taught us the essence of how to manage our time and how to get along with it. Next was on 10th of October, the meeting called Showtime. But who best then to have our actress Toastmaster Rashmi as the TMOD for that day. There was one, she came up with the word of the day also that day. Anybody remembers what was the word of the day?
Blockbuster?
Keep guessing, let me wreck your brains till then. So this was a meeting it was a joint meeting with two clubs, that was the Dubai Toastmasters Club and the Matrix Toastmasters Club. And it was a successful meeting as all our meetings. Then on 24th October, we had Just Breathe by Toastmaster Nasreen, who is a veteran in meditation and breathing. Inhale, close your eyes. Inhale, exhale. This is what she took us through the meeting, a very peaceful meeting. And yes, so this, I've taken you through 4 meetings. The rest of the Excom will take you to the remaining meetings of the year. Now moving on, we have the word master for today, who is our Showtime actress, Toastmaster Rashmi. When we asked her what was her favorite moment in the last year, she said the barbecue party that we had at Al-Qudra. So put your hands together for our actress, Toastmaster Rashmi Nair, the word master for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devi. Good evening, my name is Rashmi. So I can see that all the members today, almost all the members today are members of either Dubai Toastmasters Club or some other Toastmaster club in the world. But still, as a part of my responsibility today, I'll be the word master and my duty is to introduce a word as an addition to our vocabulary and encourage you all to use the word during today's meeting and in your future communications as well. In fact, the word of the day was selected by Toastmaster Dilshad. Unfortunately, couldn't join us today. So I'll be introducing the word. It is reminiscence. Reminiscence means the act of remembering things that happened in the past. which is very much in resonance with the theme of the day. So I'm sure you will get ample opportunities to use the word today. Somewhat the synonym for the word reminiscence is recall, recollection. These are all words which are familiar to us. Remembrance, chronicle, and the antonyms are repression, disregard, forgetfulness. So I would like to encourage you all to use the word. We'll now have a round robin session. Anybody who's ready can raise their hands to give an example of the word used as an apt example in the right context. The word reminiscence. Saleh is looking at me with burning anger in his eyes, not to nitpick him. So I guess you should be the first person. No, there is no hard and fast rule like that. You're completely free of charge now. The new SAA has taken charge.
We are actually the front club.
Thank you.
Actually, today was a beautiful day for the Excom. And for me, it was it's a beautiful reminiscence for the last 20 years, as I said.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saleh. Off to our VP Education, Toastmaster Joy.
The conversation between TM Rashmi and TM Salah gave me a reminiscence of Rambo's one of vengeance, because I know what has happened in the WhatsApp group, so she took the vengeance. Well done, TM Rashmi.
Don't mess with me. Who's next? I'll give it to the Shakespeare of the club.
I always find myself reminiscing on my childhood days.
Thank you, Reminisce. Who else? How much more time do we have? Half a minute, yeah. So, few.
Sometimes when I smell some perfumes, I get an instant reminiscence of some past events.
That is a very beautiful example. I know everybody calls your name during every other round, be it table topics or word of the day. So I have to do it.
I was reminiscing about certain things that happens in my life every day morning, which is the Facebook memories that pop up every day. So there's something called memories. So that's the first thing I check. Every day there will be something related to Dubai Toastmasters that will come up on my Facebook profile. Every day, because it's things over the last 22 years, things just keep popping up, and it makes it easy for me to reminisce the memories of the past.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster VP Menon. We have a few more seconds left. Yes. She's exhausted already because we have been calling her name since the beginning.
So when I walked into this building, I was reminiscing about the time when I would do that in the past, and also at that time, and today I got a little lost.
I hope we can make memories together so that we can reminisce it later, maybe next year again. So thank you, the time's up. I would encourage you all to use the word in your future communications as well. Over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster VD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rashmi, and we will reminisce throughout the day about all the meetings that we had in the past. Moving on, the next section, as you know, is the most interesting section that we have, and that is the prepared or planned speeches. This is something that we all wait for, look for, and today they have an interesting lineup of speeches. Let us call our first speaker for today, Toastmaster Amina. Now, when we asked Toastmaster Amina what was her favorite moment in this entire, or memorable moment in this entire year, it was the 725th meeting. Put your hands together for speaker number 1, Toastmaster Amina. Can I have our evaluator, Toastmaster Joyveer, to read the objectives?
Hi, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My speaker will be attempting purpose of the state Speech 2, yes. And the purpose statement is, of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of the speech is for member to share some aspect of the previous experience as strategy. Most of the evaluated is for me. Good luck. Very good.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joyveer, and put your hands together for Toastmaster Amin.
They inspire us, they enlighten us. Unknowingly, we learn a lot from them. This is a quote from a famous author, Nicholas Spark. Quick thoughts. Where can we imply this in a Toastmaster journey, or who we can imply it to? We can imply it to our mentors or you in a mentoring group. Good evening, everyone. Last Sunday was Father's Day, so let me wish all of you happy Father's Day. To begin with, my father is the greatest mentor after my mom. He began his journey with humble beginnings. Early 80s came to UAE, and after 40 years, retired as a manager for a renowned organization there. As a firstborn, I've seen him struggle and I've learned a lot. But one thing he's always told me, that never fear. If you fear, you fumble. Take challenges. Sorry. Yes. Take challenges positively. He's a very strict person, very keen on discipline and punctuality, and apparently he heard from his teacher that never ever trouble others unnecessarily. So combining all that, you'll have a smooth journey of life. So if I have any troubles, I just need to dial 800 DAD and it gets resolved. So I can say that dad in need is dad indeed. Next, late afternoon yesterday, I got a call from my dearest mentor, Toastmaster Nisha. Hey Amina, the speaker has dropped. Can you please fill in? As an obedient mentee, I agreed and I told her that I will take this speech as an extempore speech. Nisha for me, guys, is a push person. The first speech that I did was Tall Tale's speech, and she told, don't be afraid, grab this opportunity. Her expertise, her knowledge has made me reach greater heights, not just here in this platform, but personally. And my confidence has reached next level. Live example, you're seeing right here, right now. She has powers, the Midas hand, the touch to turn anything to success. And my response towards her is a full response. My WhatsApp is filled with her messages. And then on one instant, she was quiet. Then I messaged her, Nisha, mind you not messaging me? Have you forgotten me? Honestly, I've told her that after my mom, she's the only one who's bothered to message me. And it's just not speeches. Any topic under the sun, I've gone to her and she's helped me in whatever possible way. Thanks to Nisha for being the tower of strength and believing me that today I'll pull this off. So guys, I treat this speech as an extempore speech. When this word comes into my literature, one Indian celebrity that crosses my mind is Shah Rukh Khan. I share the same dimples like him, but besides that, Shah Rukh Khan is very good in his spontaneous speaking. The way he answers is full of intelligence, without hurting anyone's sentiments. You should all go and check out his TEDx speech, very good. And what inspires about him is that he has this message, be kind, be humble, always stay focused on your goals, work hard towards them, and mind your own business. Last but not the least, a word to all the mentees here, that please listen to your mentors, especially when they say that keep your speeches ready. because anytime, anyway, the slots are open and you can finish them off. Diligently, we don't do that, and that's a mistake I learned last night. Because once upon a time, I was a mentor, but actually not a mentor, I was a tutor. I had to teach chemistry to my neighbor's daughter. So that was way after engineering, and hence I had to back my brain, go back to my syllabus, sit with her, check what's her syllabus, jot down notes, and see what she's lacking, help her understand. I'm happy that she passed with flying colors, but if I reminisce the amount of hard work, we as mentees should at least give the ample of respect that the mentors take out for us and reach out to them, and that's our responsibility. Finally, there's one more person I want to thank from my bottom of my heart. That is our immediate past president, Toastmaster DV. Toastmaster DV is the proton of our club. Thanks DV for garnering such positive energy and having a covalent bond with me. My phone is magic. If I dial 999, it doesn't reach any emergency services, it reaches DV. So she is the 999 of Toastmasters. Finally, or maybe I think I want to end this by telling that I'm so happy that my mentor, Toastmaster Nisha, is the current president. I'm in a team as secretary, so Nisha, just like how Shah Rukh Khan embarked on a fun-filled journey in his movie Chennai Express, I want to embark with you on an express that I call Push-Pull Express, where push is motivation and pull inspiration. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amina, for that wonderful speech. And let's have 30 seconds to give her feedback. You can send my WhatsApp or whatever, or write your messages and give it to her later. Timer, please let us know once 30 seconds are up. Thank you, Timer. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Sandeep Adnani. When we asked him what was his memorable moment, he said, my favorite memory of DTC this year was the outing we had at Love Lake and Saleh coming along with his noise making in water. There was so much of work going on in the background for almost an hour and a half, but when the lights did come up, the entire place lit up and it was a beautiful sight to watch. All those who were there for the barbecue would definitely remember this. Put your hands together for Toastmaster Sandeep Adnani. But before that, let me call his evaluator, Toastmaster Marwan, to read the objectives.
So the purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. The speech title is Self-Love.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Marwan. Put your hands together for Toastmaster Sandeep Adnani. Self-love, Toastmaster Sandeep Adnani.
If I tell you the words that you haven't really experienced true love if you haven't loved yourself, I'll repeat that again. You haven't experienced true love if you haven't loved yourself. What are the thoughts that go in your mind with that? You must be thinking, oh, I already do. Do you? Or you must be thinking, isn't that a bit selfish? Well, what's the harm with that? Right? Most of us are anyways. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, guests, and to all those people in this room who have always questioned themselves on the way they behave, on the way they look, on the way they feel, wish you a good evening. This is self-love is an act of kindness. Most of us want it, all of us would love it. But how much of us actually push for it and indulge in it? That's a question to ask. Charity begins at home, my friends. So let's indulge in a bit of self-love for the next few minutes, and then on. Reminiscing on the old times, it started right back from childhood. The feeling of wanting to be loved by everybody was at the peak. Whether it was my mom, who wanted me to shine in school and get those wonderful grades, whether it was my friends who had to impress. So I actually went up and put a stud in my ear just to look cool. I had the mental party of Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. How many of you remember him? Right? So I tried to look cool. I put that up as well. I actually picked up a chalk and threw the teacher one day just to be in the circle. Carrying on, I went to college. Having a girlfriend was cool, even if you were in a strained relationship. Moving on to work life, you had to please your boss, give him those extra crazy hours at work just to make that impression. You had to get married at the age of 27 or 26 because at the end, that's the right thing to do. So you see, all your life, you've actually been wanting to live somebody else's dream, keep somebody else happy. But the question is, are you happy yourself? Are you? See, the word happiness is pretty subjective, right? The most important part is that happiness is quite personal. What happiness means to me could be different for you. And then the trigger for change happened in my life. It was the year 2011, and I had this routine. When I used to come back from the office, I used to freshen up, take my laptop, go to my mom's room, and chat up with her for a few hours, and then start opening my laptop and attending to corporate pressure. Had to impress the boss, as I said, right? We had to make it that career. And it was a routine, and one such day, I got up, I went to her room, took my laptop along, freshened up, had a bit of a chat initially. And as I was sitting on and typing away furiously at my keyboard, she looked at me from the side, and she said, "Sunny," that's what they call it. Oh. She said, "I feel that I have lost 66 years of my life. They've gone too fast." And I said, "Why do you say that?" And she was like, "I got married at the age of 22. I was born into a joint family, had to feed about 30 people their meals, and all I got in return was a few words of appreciation. And then one kid after the other, and I had 4 kids for you to bring up. And that's when my life went apart. So if I look back, I feel life has gone by too fast." 2 years later, she was gone. But that conversation struck me, it stuck with me. And I said, I have to make a change. I can't be that person. I can't live that life. And that's where change happened, my friends. Today, if you ask me, I made a considerable change in the way I live my life, for the last 1 decade. I carry about 107 kgs of weight on myself, but you know what? I don't care. I don't want to have a 6-pack ab to please somebody else. I go travel the world, I have my share of fun, and I don't click selfies to please the world and show that I'm having fun. No, I do it for myself. And that's the question you need to ask yourself. Are you living a happy life? Are you really loving yourself? And then you may ask the question, okay, fine. Isn't that selfish? Well, give me the answer. Who isn't selfish? Right? I believe, in my opinion, selflessness itself is a selfish act. You are selfless because you feel nice about it. So what's the facade all about? At the end of the day, trust me, God forbid something happens tomorrow, you'll wipe it from the face of this world. How long do you think your loved ones will grieve for you? 1 week? 1 month? 2 months tops. And then everybody will go back to living their lives. So who's really selfish? If you look through all these things, then the process of change happens. You can really ask yourself the question, why? You need to handle it because it's important to you. A famous TED Talk speaker, Crystal, she actually spoke in a speech of self-love. She said, if you don't love yourself, how can you spread love to others? the most important relationship that you will have in your life is with your own self. She went on after saying that is, if you don't love yourself or put a value to yourself, how will the world raise your price? And that is quite profound. At the end, all I would say is, get through the barriers of wanting to please the world. Indulge in a little bit of time for yourself. Understand what you really want. Get in that little mind and ask the question of what makes you happy. And trust me, if you find the answer, don't just do the exercise to get the answer. Pursue it. Follow it, because at the end of the day, happiness lies in your own hands. Indulge in self-love. And I'll say that again. If you haven't experienced true love if you haven't loved yourself.
Good evening once again, everyone. Let's dive straight into the session with some more flashback of the year. So meeting number 719, the theme was Your Inner Child's Voice, and it was an eighth theme because it was a Children's Day theme by Toastmaster Kesava Verma, who was the host of the meeting. And he not only took us down to the memory lane and told us his childhood stories, but also asked the role players of their stories. Okay. So we also had a lot of chocolates distributed by Toastmaster Kesava Verma as a part of his theme. And to add to our sugar rush, we also had a speech marathon by talented array of speakers and panel evaluators. Indeed, a delightful theme. The next meeting was meeting number 720 on 28th of November. The theme was Shaken Not Stirred by Toastmaster Hariharan Iyer, aka James Bond. And this meeting literally teleported us to the world of Bonds. This meeting literally teleported us to the world of Bond, played by different actors who radiated their own individual charm and charisma. Toastmaster Hariharan not only hooked us by his theme, but he also organized a quiz contest based on who played Bond in different movies and different characters. And that wasn't all. He also had an enchanting speaker who was Toastmaster Hashim Ali. He gave us a session and insights on international speech. So it was an education session on international speech, and it was an absolute super hit. The next meeting was 721 on 12th of December. The next meeting was Today is Your Day by Toastmaster Jashan. It was all about to live in the present. The past is long gone and the future is yet to come. But you do not have any control over the past or the future. All that you have control is on the present. So live in the day, live today. And it was a personal, she also laced it with her personal motivational stories, which were a testimony to the fact that we can live happily only in the moment of this hour, this second, this moment. At Dubai Toastmasters, we don't have normal meetings. It's always something interesting, something exciting. So we also had a Christmas theme going on along with the meeting. So we had the Secret Santa was literally just, I remember, do you remember who was the Secret Santa for the meeting?
Yes, Nena.
Nena. Yeah, Toastmaster Nena. I could not guess the Secret Santa, although our president, Toastmaster VP, told me, you cannot guess her. And she had worn a long beard and the get-up, and I could not guess her. The Toastmaster Nena did a fabulous job as a Secret Santa, and we also had Secret Santa gifts that were exchanged. So it was another super hit meeting. So the meeting on 25th of December was basically a table topic night. It was an absolute meeting on table, exclusive meeting only on table topics marathon. And there was an education session by our own DTC's gem, multi-talented, eminent Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster, VP Menon, and we had a multi-talented champion speaker and multi-talented champion everything Toastmaster Sandeep Adnani, who also gave a session on table topics. He actually created some different table topics, and it was really very interesting to see this creativity in table topics. We had an absolute blast that day. So I cannot retaliate that the BTC is never just learning, but fun in the moments of learning. So another unforgettable meeting that day. So to keep the momentum going, let me call upon the next role player, that is Toastmaster Manish Bhandari. He is our table topics master for the day. So Toastmaster Manish, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. All of us here in Toastmaster, we want to become good public speakers. And to become a good public speaker, you should have a good communication skill. When we say good communication skill, it's not only talking. It's talking and getting connected with the audience. Audience should listen to you is very important. Now, Toastmaster pathways are designed very intelligently. Every activity here gives you an opportunity to become an effective speaker. But one activity which I feel is very important is table topics, because it gives you an ability to think on your feet and think critically and become a better speaker and deliver your speech in a better way. So today I will call some guests and the members, and as you know that the table topics are for 2 minutes. 1 minute you get green light, 1.5 minutes silver light, and 2 minutes red light. More than 2 minutes 30 seconds you will be less qualified. So you have to keep the timings in mind when you are giving your speech on the given table topics. So first I will call Mr. Rashid, Toastmaster Rashid. Mr. Rashid, your first proud moment with your first crush.
First crush.
It's recorded. It's recorded. Recording is on.
Thank you, Manish. So my first crush was my mom.
बच गया साला बच गया
The one whom you crushed.
So yeah, so as you may be knowing that I got arranged marriage. So it was arranged marriage actually. So I never fell in love with someone, but there were a couple of people who loved me. I mean, a couple of girls.
Politics, politics.
And there are a few actually, but I don't remember singing. So yeah, it was great. I mean, we were friends, but I never knew I loved her. But later I realized that I used to love her. I mean, she used to love me. So I don't know. That story got ended, and then my parents got mad for me to get married to a girl. I'm very happy with her. We've been living 70 years, 80 years of marriage. But I still remember the girl, the first girl who used to love me. I think that she loved me. We never expressed each other. It was never a true love story. It just got disappeared. So, that's it. Thank you.
VPPR should cut this and send it to
I think it's just a sign.
Now I would call our guest, Mr. Ashwin. So your topic is funniest thing that happened in your life.
So it's a bit of a tough one for me to think about because I don't remember much, but okay, so funniest thing that happened during childhood. I'm sorry.
You need to change it out.
No, the thing is,
Take off diapers.
it's just that
Any prank that you have done with someone or someone has done.
okay, if we could word it. No, just say something.
Yes, people were to wait as well.
So my experience here. So I joined Dubai Toastmasters in 2018, and one of the first people that I met there was Toastmaster Moscow, and he was the only one who had really helped me when I come here. He told me somewhat the inner workings of the club, and he told me how to attend meetings and how to ask people for how to do speeches and things like that. Then I had met some of the other members. Let's say it was a long journey from there because it took me a long time to actually give my first speech. I had given my first speech during COVID. I think somewhere in September or October of 2020. And the first speech that I had given was it was something about it was about reaching the finish line, which is kind of ironic because I'm here after a long time and I've still not completed an entire pathway, but I'm planning to maybe come back and continue speaking and at least complete one pathway in this amount of time.
Now I will call our guest, Mr. Gautam. Any scary story?
Sorry?
Any scary story? What?
Scary stories.
Oh gosh, scary stories. You mean scary stories?
Solid speech.
Yes, solid speech. No, but yes. So I guess you could say one of the scariest moments was I remember that one time when I was when I was the age of which you can count on one hand or maybe two. But I had to go out on stage almost like this one and talk in front of the whole school, and then I kind of, I was too scared. Reminiscing about that was something I didn't really want to do, but yes, so I had to go out and talk about, let's say, pretend to be a school teacher. I think it was them introducing me as a schoolmaster, which I had planned on it which is what put the entire speech out of my head. I couldn't remember anything when I was out there. So I was in front of the entire school, I think. what was it? Felt like 300 people maybe. And then I forgot about the whole thing, and then I just stared blankly, and I couldn't even make up stuff like I'm doing now, but yes. Yes, and that was effectively something that had scarred me for about a week. Thank you. Thanks. Guest, shall we?
Time, it's something that I never got time in life. I was quite young when I got married. And I actually learned the value of time from when I got married, after I got married. Here in Dubai, life was very simple, very easy. It was very coordinated, very methodical. But when I actually got married, I went into a joint family. So I thought that I'm going back 100 years in time. And then, moreover, I was migrating, having grown up in Dubai, going to Bombay, living there, outside of Dubai for the first time, permanently. Again, I thought I was going back like 200 years in time. So that is when I really actually thought that if I could get a little more time in Dubai, I got so greedy that at one point I was even ready to not break exactly, but to prolong my engagement, and I was thinking, I was having second doubts. Only reason being that I have to move, and move back in time, not move just countries or cities, move back in time, because in my head I felt like I'm going to that vintage area where 30, 40 people live together, and there is one huge kitchen, and there'll be a sister-in-law who will be standing beside, outside the door, listening to the conversations, and then going and complaining to mother-in-law, and then all of those things will happen. That's how a joint family scene looks like in our heads. So, but when I went, touch wood, it wasn't the case, although till date we are in a joint family. It's very unbelievable, but I have learned the value of time through my elders, through my in-laws, through my husband, because each moment spent with them and each day spent with them as a family, united, in a family where you learn lots of things, especially for the kids, is something that I'm grateful for, which many people don't actually realize the value of, but I'm quite grateful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manish Bhandari, for a wonderful economic section. Now, let me call upon our gorgeous co-host, Mr. Malik, to take the series.
Now, distinguished Toastmasters and guests, we will continue with our reminiscing of our past meetings for this year. Meeting 730 was one of my favorite meetings this year. It was hosted by Toastmaster of the Day, distinguished Toastmaster Harry Haram, and he took us on an epic journey all around the world to explore history's mysteries for sites that remain still an enigma until today, such as the Moai statues in topic speech contest. Our brave club members flashed their talent with captivating stories and brilliant improvisations. The contest chairs were our first timer, Toastmaster Mahada Safran, who was highly confident for a first role, and our distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Anantaraman. And it was, we had the enthusiastic and honorable distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Menon as chief judge. Our next meeting was meeting 784. It was a double contest event. It was numerous speech contest and evaluation speech contest. Our club's talented speakers used their sparkling jokes and funny stories to make us sometimes laugh to tears. Additionally, evaluation contestants sharpened active listening and positive feedback skills to create an unparalleled storytelling experience for both the speaker and the audience under the leadership of contest chairs Toastmaster Rashid Hussain for the humorous contest and Toastmaster Soham Kapoor for the evaluation contest. The event was masterfully orchestrated. The winners were determined by the chief judge, eminent distinguished Toastmaster Harish Krishna and his honorable team. The next meeting, it was a very special celebration for our 725th milestone meeting. It was beautifully hosted by our esteemed distinguished Toastmaster Colonel Murad. The team was live. Colonel Murad is an inspiring leader and experienced orator who is committed to helping others reach their full potential. He shared with us gold nuggets of wisdom as he highly motivated us to go through life with strength, optimism, and faith, as well as to find the joy in the little things. We had many fun games, quizzes, gifts, delicious dinner buffet, and unforgettable moments. Toastmaster George was with me, the game masters of that night, and I had a lot of fun being on stage with him. Next meeting was meeting 726. The theme was health is.
Next. New members fees, it was, or we have achieved 23,000. It's almost double the figure. Alright? And membership renewal fees, 13,750. We were supposed to do that. That was the budget. And let's see the actual. Only 25,000. So we had a less renewal. We were able to attract the new members, but we were not able to do a better renewal. That's one of the points that we need to focus on. The current members, it's important. Now and that was the other income. We were expecting to have around 1,500, something like that. The next, that was a bit more. So we have to spend a little bit. Can you go back in this slide? It's a small group. We have spent a little. We've received actually more other income from the guests. So we were expecting around 1,000 dirham from guests, but we received more guests. So as you can see, the budgeted was 69,900, around 70,000, and the total revenue was 76,900, which is 77,000 approximately, which is around, if I do the math correctly, we're talking about 7,000 dirham extra that we have achieved in the revenue. Please go to the expenses. That was the projected expenses, was 49,000, and it will be detailed for you quickly. So was the TMI, Toastmaster International payment, around 20,000 dirham. That was the budgeted. And the actual is 24,000. So we have paid extra to TMI because of the new money. The meeting expenses was budgeted at 25,000. And sure. That's the breakdown of the cost. And that was, got this you kept that
Good
for-
start.
No, yeah, that's a good start. Okay. Next. So that was the breakdown. Actually, I categorized it into three classes. Meeting room, the snacks, and refreshment for the meeting, 25,000, which is around 5,000 above the budget. And that was because we spent a little bit on that video. The trophies and certificates and events, it's less than the budget, for sure. And the special occasion, it's almost the same. 6,900 was budget, and the actual was 7,100. So there's no overspending on the special occasions at all. Next. The subscription was budgeted at 4,000, but the actual, it's much less. It's only 1,700. So the majority of the spending was going to the venue and the meeting rooms. Yes. So that's the total expenses. I was budgeted around 49,000, while it was jumped to 60,000. So we had almost 11,000 above the budget. And as you can see, the composition mostly it's happening here. The TMI because of the new members, but that is a good legacy for the new next. If they retain them to renew, that's going to bring them a higher revenue this year, the coming year. Next. So it's not a bad thing for you to have a less balance. So the balance now is supposed to be 20,000. Who's going to tell me the figure? Marwan?
22.
22,000. Wrong.
16,000 something.
Wrong. Nobody wants to win a free year membership?
18,000.
Not you.
18,000.
No. No.
26,000.
No. Hey, you close.
13,000.
No.
10,500.
No. You're guessing, guys. You're not making the math. Go get the slide. Sorry. 15,470. That's what we have left.
How much?
All right. 15,470. Okay. That's it. That's my budget solution. Thank you all. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Now I will introduce the general waiter, and then I ask about the theory and the White Mastering Club. And he said that the White Master Club barbecue evening at Love Lake was his favorite memory with Toastmasters this year. Thank you very much. Welcome the general evaluator, please. And please, did you vote for the best table topic speaker?
Elevators, huh? Sorry.
Elevator.
Sorry.
Rewind, reminisce, reignite. It was through some tough times that our club went through in the past few weeks. But we chose to rewind, reminisce, and reignite back again today. And what a wonderful meeting that we have today. All the way from not when we all entered this building today, but from when the WhatsApp group was created. The bonding of today's meeting started all the way from then. The banter between Toastmaster Rashmi, Toastmaster Saleh was a joy to watch. How Toastmaster Nisha was curating today meeting today. Starting off with our Surgeon at Arms, Toastmaster Saleh. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of how we were almost 40 minutes late, but the way Toastmaster Saleh starts every single meeting sets the tone. It truly sets the tone for a really heartwarming start for that particular Toastmasters meeting. The second he comes here and gives that call to order, it is truly emotional for me actually to understand that this could be the last call to order from Toastmaster Saleh for at least a while. Then we had Toastmaster Nisha come onto the stage, President-elect. Maybe something that we missed over there was we referred to as President because in our hearts we've already established her as our President, but at that point of time I felt the MC just called her, may I invite President Nisha onto the stage, but at that time she was the President-elect, but even as the President-elect, she took up that responsibility and just as graciously as our immediate past President, Toastmaster DV used to take that initial session, Toastmaster Nisha definitely took that flag and showed us that she's more than capable to lead this amazing Toastmasters Club. I had the immense privilege of going to the district awards just last week, and an area director came to me and asked me, how is it that DTC is so amazing even now, getting awards left and right? It's been so long that your club's going on, why hasn't it died out? To which I knew a very clear answer. DTC, Dubai Toastmasters Club, was founded by really strong veterans of our community. Veterans like Colonel Murad and veterans like DTM, VP Menon, who still stick on with this club, even through all these years, making sure that the foundation is ever so strong. There is never any loose sand that lets DTC fall apart, because the foundation that was laid brick by brick, there are stalwarts to keep check of us all always, and for that I truly thank DTM VP Menon for officiating that ceremony. Next, we had that truly empowering and inspirational speech. As Toastmaster Nisha said, their mission for this term is to empower. And I strongly believe that this particular Excom has definitely that potential, that caliber in order to take DTC into even greater heights. Then we have our Toastmaster of the day, our very own immediate past President DV, always bringing that cheer when needed at any point of time to the stage. The second she stepped on the stage, it just felt like home in some ways, because we're so used to this. DV getting on the stage and just bringing that joy. And I immediately grasped it. I really liked it. Once I was done, we had the Board Master, Toastmaster Rashmi, reminisce. What a beautiful word. As I said at the beginning, rewind, reminisce, reignite. Toastmaster Rashmi coming up with that beautiful word, even though, as she rightly said, it was taken by Toastmaster Dilsha, which is so nice of her to say. The way she portrayed it, the slides, I think it conveyed a very clear message. Next, coming to the all-important part of the Toastmaster session, the prepared speeches. I consider myself a general evaluator almost every single meeting. I'm sitting on the chairs, and I'm almost always commenting, okay, oh, this person said this. Okay, this person said this. But something I always make sure I don't do is when the speaker is speaking on the stage, I won't speak. When the speaker is speaking on the stage, that speaker has prepared a speech for us. And we, as the audience, need to give our full attention and respect to that person standing on stage. There are parts in between. There's even a 30 seconds, as Toastmaster DP said, where we can even share our comments. But when the speaker is on stage, I kindly request our dearest Toastmasters in DTC to show their respect. On timer, Toastmaster Gopika, keen and always great with, I understand this is the first time you've taken the role, and truly amazing job with the timer. Kudos to you, Toastmaster Gopika. Then, I think I have the amazing privilege of, reviewing a lot of Toastmasters of the day, because, we had TV, we had Toastmaster Nisha, we had Toastmaster Mystery, we had Toastmaster Santosh. We had so many amazing Toastmasters come and speak about this journey over the past 1 year, which I'm sure a lot of our guests would definitely enjoy. Seeing the journey that we've come through, the journey that we are here today. But believe it or not, there was happiness, there was sadness, there was surprises, but throughout it all, we fight on as Dubai Toastmasters Club, because deep down, we're all one family. Table topics. Toastmaster Manish Bandari. It was great that, I think this is the first time again that you've taken up the role as table topics. And it was great that you came and you said words, that you said the topics, but something that I would like to add was, maybe the topics could have been a bit more aligned with the theme. Because there was one topic of, tell me any scary moment, So, something like that, you could have just created, I like the first few topics, but then a little more alignment on the topic would have been great. Let me go on to the crux of me as a general evaluator, talking about the evaluators. Toastmaster Joybeat Dutt. The veracity on the way he commands the stage is always admirable. The way he conveyed what he had to Toastmaster Amina was amazing. I think a lot of the points were covered. But just one small point that I'd like to add. Toastmaster Amina had come and said, let us treat this as an impromptu speech. That is something that I feel as a Toastmaster, when we're giving a prepared speech, we shouldn't be really doing. Because it sets a wrong precedent for the people who are actually listening to the speech. I understand truly that you would have spent so many hours into preparing that speech, but when you come onto the stage and maybe say, let's treat it as an impromptu speech, it might give a wrong message to the people listening. But apart from that, I felt Toastmaster Joybeat gave all the points that had to be mentioned, so kudos to you, Toastmaster Joybeat. Toastmaster Marwan Medit. It is not an easy task evaluating Toastmaster Sandeep Adnani, but truly a magnificent job with every single inch and ounce of all the knowledge that you knew. I think you put that on stage in that 3 minutes. And I say 3 minutes because as an evaluator, you get those 3 minutes which are ever so critical. And you use that 3 minutes so wisely. Just one small point from my end, you could have just summarized it, a bow, at the very end. And that would have been picture perfect. Let me wrap up real quick. Our word master again came and did a great job. Our grammarian and our counter, impeccable job on the stage. Our grammarian and our counter. But when we're on stage, we need to use that chance to perform. And you can, those was anatomy. So impeccable job, but next time, perform. And finally, we have Toastmaster Saleh. Basically, got me on the stage, and the budget was so beautifully presented by Toastmaster Ati. Kudos to you for at least maintaining a positive balance, and thank you all. Thank you so much.
Give a round of applause for detailed evaluation. And while the team is fixing the issues on menti.com, can we vote for the evaluator now? Or?
Yes,
Fine, okay. So in the meantime, that the Sergeant at Arms is going on and collecting the votes for the best evaluator, let me start with you. Now today is a very significant milestone. Why? Because this is the end of this Excom year, the culmination of a very beautiful Excom year. And standing here as the president, I feel a lot of pride, and it was an honor to be the president of this club, Dubai Toastmasters Club. Am I sad? No. Am I happy? No. So what am I feeling? I'm feeling nostalgic. Why nostalgic? Because it has been an incredible year. Why pride? Again, because as we reminisce, there are so many memories and so many achievements that we have done in this last year. And I also feel relieved because of late this Monday has been really a manic Monday for me. Work, and then all those who are starting this Toastmasters club for kids, Gavel Club. So it was work, then Gavel, then come here. As if that was not enough for me, my son got selected to represent his school. So it was work, then go to Gavel, then go to my son's school, and then come here where my energy was zero. But still, looking at you all, I would get my energy and keep that energy for the rest of the day. So, as I was hosting, like GE and George said, as I was hosting the awards last week in Abu Dhabi, it really gave me pride to see DTC winning awards after awards. And of course,
Best evaluator.
why? Because as Woody Allen said, 80% of success is just showing up. So by you all coming here, showing up only in meeting is a success. And most importantly, I would like to thank my Excom. Now for all of those who remember my opening speech, my presidential acceptance speech, I had compared every Excom role to an anatomy of the body, starting with the VP education. Now I had compared the VP education to the heart, and that's the most important part of the organ. That does a lot of pumping, and that's the role of VP education. Who does all your contests, your meetings, day-to-day meetings, and let me tell you that Toastmaster Nisha has done an incredible job. The new heart of DTC, the new VPE, congratulations and all the best for this role. Next in the role was the VP membership. This was a real jinx role this year. We started off with Nahir, moved over to Julia, and then we had VP membership, Toastmaster Nasreen. Now I had compared the VP membership to the lungs. So just as the lungs get oxygen into the body, the VP membership was supposed to get members into the club. And let me tell you that when I joined, it was around 53 members when I joined as the president, when I took over the president, like Aati showed. And my goal was to make it 75 members, which we did. We achieved 75 members in the month of March because of our VP membership, Toastmaster Nasreen. Now Nasreen, as you all know, is into deep breathing, so her lungs are, as it is, very strong, so that's why she could get in a lot of members, and she helped the club, which means it's good to put your hands together. Thank you so much, Nasreen. She is our new VP membership, so all the best for this year as well. Next, moving on to the VP PR. VP PR is all about, I compared it to the hair and the skin, which is all about glamour. And that Toastmaster Nisha is not over here, but as you have seen I call him the magical Nisha. You see his flyers and newsletters are all about creativity, and he did total justice to the job. He had a team, extended team of 3 people who left somewhere down because of their personal matters, but he held the fort and delivered not 1, not 2, but 3 newsletters. In fact, he was supposed to release the 3rd newsletter today, but he's traveling on meeting on postpone and he couldn't do. So thank you very much, Misha, and our new VPPR, where is the paper?
Yeah.
Yes, all the best.
Thank you.
Moving on to the secretary, who is supposed to be the ears and the eyes, always looking at what's happening in the meeting, documenting and sending the minutes of the meeting. And Santosh has done an incredible job. In the 2 years that I was there in Toastmasters, I barely saw minutes of the meeting, but this year there has been meeting on meeting. We had the meeting, so thank you so much, Toastmaster Santosh.
You know, one important part of a leader is building a successor, and Toastmasters Circle built a very beautiful successor in Toastmaster Amina. Congratulations on being the next secretary. Then was our treasurer Aarti, who I compared that role to blood. So just as blood is important to keep us alive, it was very important for the treasurer to bring in money to keep the club alive, and he showed you all what he did today. Although the blood started thinning somewhere else, Aarti did an incredible job, so congratulations to Aarti for the job well done. All the best to the new treasurer, Toastmaster Mishra. And moving on, the last but not the least, the most important role, the Sergeant at Arms, who I had compared to the hands and the legs, and you would have seen our Sergeant at Arms running around here and there, putting the chairs together, making sure the snacks are ready for you. If the hands and feet are not there, or legs are not there, we would be handicapped. And let me tell you, if Toastmaster Silent was not there, this club would be handicapped. So put your hands together for an incredible Okay, and so once again, thank you all for an incredible year that you have. Without your support, all this wouldn't have been successful. Thank you to each and every one of you. My gratitude would be incomplete if I do not thank the 3 pillars of Toastmasters who are always there anytime, every time for you. Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmaster today. And a big thank you to my family, my husband and my 2 sons who have been my support system, without which I wouldn't be able to run this beautiful, extraordinary year. So thank you so much. As I move on to the next role as an area director, the White Toastmasters Club is one of the club in my area. I would require each and every one of your support to continue the legacy that we started. Thank you so much. Let me hand over. So let me quickly give the awards. The best speaker goes to the one who taught us self-love today. Put your hands together for Where is our Ashok Master? Table topic speaker goes none other than to our guest Shalini. Congratulations. Best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Marwan Menon. And the best role player goes to Toastmaster George Manoj. Congratulations. Okay, so put your hands together for our first timers, Toastmaster Manish. Toastmaster Manish, as a table topic, Toastmaster Natalie as the assistant Toastmaster Gopika as the timer, and Toastmaster George as the next is the Toastmaster of the Year award. So every year we have the Toastmaster of the Year award. And last year, 2 years back, it was me, then Sally snatched it from me. And any guesses who is the Toastmaster of the Year for DTC 22-23?
Risha.
It goes none other than Toastmaster Santosh Nair.
plates.
Got it, got it.
This is a huge one, guys, so give him a big round of Next meeting is on 10th of July. The theme is Power of Now. The Toastmasters, Toastmaster Aliva, and then we will let you know shortly. Just one important announcement in the business session. As you all know, the member fees I announced last time as well would move from USD 45 to USD 60 for 6 months. So if you make a payment now, you can save on $15. So this is effective from the October cycle. So the Toastmaster fees, which was $45, is now increased to $60 effective. That's it. And I call Nisha along with me to close this meeting with the power invested in us.